Hello, Matthew. Thank you so much for being willing to answer my questions. What is the PRINCE study trying to find out, and who can take part?
As you know, radiotherapy is a useful treatment for lung cancer patients, but the evidence for radiotherapy really comes from trials that happened in the 1990s, when radiotherapy really was one of the few treatments available. But now, of course, we've got a lot of new treatments, immunotherapy, targeted treatments, and a lot of patients are getting those newer treatments. So what we're trying to find out is whether radiotherapy in combination with those newer treatments works better than those treatments on their own. So the trial involves people starting their treatment, and those that draw the radiotherapy arm will get the radiotherapy in the early part of that treatment. We're looking for patients who have got the more advanced lung cancer, so that what we call stage 4. So the cancers have spread to other organs outside the lungs. And the question for the trial is whether the addition of radiotherapy early on, in the first few months after they've started treatment, is better than what is the standard approach of keeping radiotherapy up the sleeve and using it at a later date.
Will their data be safe with you if they join your study?
Yes, is the short answer. I think the data is collected through the NHS, so you've got all the NHS data security systems in play. The data is kept on a database and is anonymized. So essentially each patient is allocated a number, and that's how we identify.
Matthew, some people worry that being part of such a study as PRINCE means there are a lot of attendances at clinic. Is this the case?
No, I think we've tried to be very pragmatic with the trial. So the trial visits very much mirror those visits that patients would be making for their ordinary treatment, whether that's the chemotherapy, the immunotherapy, or the targeted treatments. So the number of extra visits we'll be asking of patients, I think, will be very few, unless, of course, they draw the radiotherapy arm, in which case they will be making the extra visits for that treatment.
Some people are concerned that if they don't want to join the PRINCE study, will there be any repercussions for them, and will there be any treatment for them?
The PRINCE study is looking at the addition of radiotherapy to a patient's normal treatment. Now, whether that normal treatment is chemotherapy, immunotherapy, or perhaps a more targeted treatment. So anybody will get those treatments, and if they're entering the study, then they'll continue on their normal treatment, and with the possibility of the radiotherapy coming in at an early stage.
Matthew, thank you very much for answering my questions. That's great.